Right out of the gate, notice the tone. This judge isn't here to play nice. That opening question about jail? That's not small talk. It's psychological framing. The court is already setting the power dynamic, and trust me, it only gets worse from here.
Coming up, Mr. Dunham. All right, guys, I'm going to ask you, please keep it down. Good morning, Mr. Dunham.
Good morning.
How's jail?
Terrible.
Great. That makes me happy. Because you got to understand, the worse of an experience you have, the higher likelihood when you do eventually get out, you'll think, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? Because that is the most important thing. You got to understand, we value public safety. It's really, really important to us. So you're here now because it looks like you picked up a case out of state and you want me to set you a bond. Is this right?
Yes, sir.
You need to understand that my only concern are two things. Number one, are you a danger to my public? And number two, if we set you a bond, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction that you wanted from?
Yes, sir.
Those are the two things that I'm concerned about. So what's he wanted for out of state?
He's wanted out of South Carolina for robbery.
Robbery?
Yes, Judge. State would be opposed to a bond. He's currently has an open case of engaging in organized criminal activity. He's also on deferred for a third-degree felony theft, which he has not yet made the bond collectively of $50,000. He's also had a prior evading with a motor vehicle, a misdemeanor evading motor vehicle, criminal mischief, and a theft. And it looks like based on the dates of each charge is that they're slowly escalating. It started with catalytic converters. Now he's using weaponry or threats. And so based on the fact that from 2022 to now that he has been charged at least 6 times, 3 of which are felonies, and the fact that he has 2 open cases that he has not yet made bond on is that he's a definition of a...
This is where things quietly fall apart for the defense. When prosecutors start listing patterns instead of isolated incidents, escalation, repeat offenses, weapon involvement, that's legal shorthand for this person is not stopping. At this point, bond denial becomes very real. What would you be thinking if you were the judge right now?
Flight risk and safety risk. So I would be opposed to it.
Judge, Mr. Dunham is requesting a bond because he has finals on Monday.
Finals?
Is a sophomore, major in nursing at Southern University in Baton Rouge.
Are you really in school? Really?
Okay, pause. Finals on Monday, but you're in Houston with an out-of-state robbery warrant? Judges hear excuses all day, but timing matters. When your story raises more questions than answers, credibility takes a hit, and credibility is everything in bond hearings.
But you're in Houston. You have finals on Monday?
No, I came right in Houston.
Keep it down, please. I'm going to read something to you real quick, okay? And this is from what I'm reading now. This is from the magistrate. Motion for bond conditions, Harris County, none. Defendant has a hold. 10/16/24. Officers conduct an undercover sting crime suppression operation to catch suspects who are engaged in organized criminal activity. Bank juggings cleared. Attempt a bank jugging on one bank car, but are unable to break the window. Shortly thereafter, they conduct a bank jugging on a second bank car and this time break the window. Bus signal given, and the officers execute a vehicle containment technique and a felony stop and apprehension. All 3 suspects, defendant in possession of criminal instruments. You're on probation for a 3rd-degree felony. You have an open robbery out of a different state. Let me ask you again. Do you really want me to set you a bond?
That question, do you really want me to set you a bond, is a warning disguised as kindness. The judge is signaling that granting bond could actually make things worse for the defendant long term. This is one of those moments where silence might have been the smarter move.
I was just asking if it was possible.
No. You got to understand, at some point, we really, really value our public safety. Mr. Dunham, we are going to do everything in our power to protect it. And if I give you a bond, you may very well pick up did you say 6? How many charges?
Total in the course of the last 2.5 some odd years.
6?
6.
Sometimes we have to protect people from themselves because of their own stuff. So, Mr. Dunham, I'm sorry, but I really think that you are a complete danger to our public, so I can't do it.
And there it is. Danger to the public. Once a judge says those words on the record, the door slams shut. Bond isn't about sympathy, it's about risk. And from the court's perspective, this risk was already off the charts.
All right.
I'm sorry.
The local is likely going to get reset for Tuesday, then reset again. He's set for preliminary appearance upstairs, so it's just an arraignment, but it's likely going to get kicked out again for discovery. And so I'm just
Here's the deal, though. You need to understand that you have not made bond on your felony case. Okay, well, here's the deal. The problem is that while you have not made bond, your case here, the fugitive case, remains in a holding pattern. So the time that South Carolina would normally need to come get you is told until you make bond on that felony case. The other thing is that you're also on, Dave, where was he on felony probation from?
on deferred adjudication out of the 338th District Court for a 3rd-degree felony theft.
I wonder why I can't even see that. Have they issued a motion to revoke on that one as well?
No, they set. Well, for some reason, it says to hold on JWeb, but it doesn't show it on. Hold on.
It's just from a couple of days ago. I'm assuming they're just following the MAJ today.
On that.
Is that what you see, Dave?
Oh, you're right. They haven't filed the MAJ yet, but I can't see the processing queue in the 338. So if they file it, it'll be this weekend.
At some point, they're also probably going to issue another warrant for your arrest because of all these cases now, because you're on probation. So at that point, you'll also probably have to set a bond on that one, or they may not set a bond. I don't know.
Right.
How old are you?
20.
You're 20?
All right.
Going the wrong way, Mr. Dunham. You're really, really begging for a lengthy prison sentence, dude. That's it.
Here's the real tragedy. He's only 20 years old. Multiple cases, probation, possible future warrants. This is what judges mean when they say someone is going the wrong way. Drop your thoughts below. Is this system trying to protect the public or save him from himself?
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Approaching on page 24. So, come on up.
Say 50?
24.
24.
The 17th, April 17th.
What number of last time?
No, Your Honor,
I'm on top of
counsel,
this.
yes, counsel graciously gave it to
Thank
me.
you, Your Honor. Loving the book out this morning.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes, yes.
All right, Mr. Sosa, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Thank you. On April 9th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was dispatched with a call for a suspicious person. The witness stated there was a Hispanic male in the back of the business causing a disturbance. The witness stated that the male was intoxicated and threatening an employee. The officer went to the back and noticed the male arguing with several people. The officer gave several verbal commands for the defendant to stop. The officer told the defendant to be totally detained for safety. And the defendant continued to walk away and stated, it's always the Hispanic trying to get the Hispanic. The defendant refused all verbal orders given to him, and the officer retained the defendant and notified him by the extra driver. The officer noticed that while detaining the defendant, the defendant continued to say, why for your broke
What did he do? Did he interfere with anything? I didn't hear anything. Hispanic on Hispanic injustice or what?
Additionally, Judge, do we know that this was being told to him in Spanish? He's clearly not
Se lo
English.
dieron.
You're losing?
Your Honor, the only thing I
Eso
have
fue
is that
señor,
the
todo lo que tienen de observar de se lo entregó a
He's walking while Hispanic or what? No, I'm gonna find no probable cause. All right, sir.
hallar que no hay razón culpatoria.
There are people, when they drink, they become very happy. They are the life of the party. And there are people who, when they consume alcohol, they become the devil incarnate. If this is you, it's probably not a good idea to drink. Now, I'm finding no probable cause in your case, but be careful.